you kind of answered this one before because you just kind of hinted at it with Final Fantasy X-2. But do you prefer playing a girl character or a boy character in a video
I
game?
always like playing girl characters. Like Beth
Even
and
though
I
you
were,
don't like a girly video game.
No, but I mean, I like the option to play a girl. Like I used to play this I used to be big into wrestling, which is really weird. But I used to love it. I used to like playing this wrestling game, and it allowed you the option to make a girl wrestler and do the storyline. However, the storyline still acted like you were a guy even though you were female. Like Stacy Keibler started hitting on me, and I'm like, this is wrong in so many ways.
Right.
And it was just, I like playing a girl, but a lot of games just don't offer you that option.
I get that.
Like Beth and I were just talking. I found out I have the Stick of Truth in my Steam inventory, and I was like, oh, when did that happen? And Beth is like, I was playing it. She's like, but you can't be a girl. So I stopped. So we like playing girl characters. I don't know why.
Yeah, you can design your character, but you can't design a girl character? Really?
No, they're still technically a boy.
Huh.
I guess because all the Southport kids, the main characters are boys.
I guess so.
Yeah. So.
I actually like playing as a girl character often.
Most guys do.
It's not like I prefer it. But I also like the choice being there. And there's like, for example, in The Long Dark, there's just something about playing as a girl character that, to me, the experience seems a little bit more, I don't know. I don't know what the right word for it is, but there's something cool about kicking butt as a girl. This tiny girl wielding a massive sword type of thing, you know? I don't know. There's just something funny about that.
Most guys like playing girls' characters because
I don't mind that kind of stuff.
say they like looking. If I'm gonna look at a character, they're like, I want to look at something that's pleasing to the eye, and I'm like, well, I don't make a guy character. It's just, woo. That was skeleton. Ouch. Ouch.
I just dug into my base.
Today?
I did. I'm in the ravine that's near my base.
Wow, we have been mining for a while, haven't we?
I guess so. I mean, I must have been mining for ages.
Oh, geez.
And I started over. Well, now how am I going to find my way back? No wonder I was running into these tunnels that weren't adding up. I'm lost. Okay.
I've got creepers.
Let's see. There's a lot of questions left, but we're over time already, so let me...
We can cut it up. It's you.
Maybe. Maybe we could do that.
I'm good to go still.
Could do that. Part 2.
Part
Maybe.
2.
We're already in part 2.
Yeah, probably.
I think, for a while. But, let's see. Hello.
Sorry, a creeper landed on my head. I'm like trying to put a cover over some lava and a creeper lands on my head.
Next question. I'm trying to find the next question and my eyes can't find it because I'm also walking straight. And I can't chew gum and walk straight. Bye, Edson. Hope your stream went well. Have you been to a gaming convention?
Other than Minecon?
Other than Minecon. I guess, yeah, because we've both been to Minecon.
I've gone to Comic-Con, but I've never been to a gaming convention.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like, I've been to PAX. I guess that counts.
Yeah.
But I haven't actually been to, like, a specific video game convention. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I lied again. I did go to QuakeCon once. I did go to QuakeCon once years and years and years ago when I was still little.
Minecon 2013 was my first ever convention.
Minecon. I've been to PAX. I've been to a lot of comic book conventions because I'm a comic book nerd. And yeah, that's about it. So, what games are you currently playing?
That's the big question because I play a lot of games, especially since, you know, Let's Players.
Right.
And I have like over 100 and some odd games in my Steam inventory.
Right.
That I never get around to playing, or I just play for a little bit and then I move on to something else.
So what are you playing right now?
The big game that I really love playing though right now is probably The Witcher 3.
Oh yeah.
I love it. It's so amazing. I can't wait to play more of it. I almost wish I wasn't playing it as Let's Play so I could get really far ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the limiting factors, and unfortunately, like for a game like Ark that I'm playing right now, and you are too.
Not as much.
Yeah, I do want to play it a lot off camera, and I do, and then by the time I get to record again, I'm so far ahead. So, I mean, I'm gonna try to work on that maybe soon, but we'll see. Games I'm playing right now. I started playing. There's 2 games that I really enjoyed recently. Was Kung Fury.
Oh yeah.
Street Rage, I think it's called, or something like that.
That movie was amazing.
Kung Fury, the movie, was hilarious.
That was like the best
The
movie
video
ever.
game was really funny too. You used only 2 controls, the left and the right arrow on your your keyboard. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
What do?
You kill things. You kill the Nazis and the robots.
Dinosaurs?
No dinosaurs. They're your friends.
Like Triceracop? But you had
Like
to beat
Triceracop.
You had to beat Triceracop.
No, I just beat his high score.
Oh. I don't get it.
Right?
I don't get it.
So the other game, it's very similar. Like once I played that, I was like, "Wow, this is essentially the greatest video game I've ever played." I don't know. Use your left and right keys, and that's it. Ah, it's so great. I love those really quick, fast, arcadey games, like you know. I ran into an indie one called One Finger Death Punch, and it's essentially the same, only the left and right. And you're like a kung fu master.
I was like, why is this block not breaking that fast? And then a silverfish popped out.
Yep. Silverfish. So in this One Finger Death Punch, you're a kung fu master, and you have to beat hordes of different enemies who have different ways of killing them. Very much the same as the Kung Fury game. So I'm really into that one recently. I've been playing a lot of that robot roller derby disco dodgeball.
You have, like, you're obsessed with it.
I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with it. I just really like pouring time into it.
And I like playing games like that once in a while, but I don't play them as much as you do.
Yeah.
It's more like 10 minutes, I'm good to go. I'm done.
And then Ark, of course, I've been putting... I think I have almost 70 hours in it already. So.
I've been playing Starbound with my kids.
Yeah.
It's
Good.
another thing, because...
Good.
Yeah, they like it, and I rented a $5 a month server. It's so cheap. Whatever. 6 people can go on it. My kids can go on it. Apparently now my brother's playing on it.
Right. Okay. That's good.
I like it. Just
So-
because there's different planets.
Next question is, what game are you excited for coming out soon?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what game's coming out. Like, for a while there, I was obsessing about The Witcher, but The Witcher's out now.
Right. Yeah.
That
A
was
lot of
the
people
game
are.
I was really
And Ark.
excited about.
Ark was the one where
You
I
guys
was
were more
waiting
excited
and waiting
about,
and waiting
yeah.
and waiting for Ark. And of course, having Dinosaur series on YouTube and everybody saying like, you know, poet, you should play the game, Mark, when it comes out. And then when it came out, poet, did you know that Ark is out? Yes, I
guys-
know. I've already recorded.
You
7
guys are the
episodes.
ones who got me into Ark. I like the fact that in the Ark you don't have to like do all the things like you guys are doing. I could just sit there and just farm, and I can spend so much time just sitting there and farming,
Collecting poo. Let's admit it.
collecting poo, and then I have to. It's just I spend, and it's relaxing too because I didn't have to go out and be killed, and I could
You've
just
heard
sit
it here
there.
first. Collecting poo is relaxing.
It is. And making my farms, and I felt like it was helping you guys out a lot. So I felt
It was. It
I
still
felt-
does too. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt very needed in the community. It was great.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, those are. I mean, now.
I don't. What's coming out? I don't know.
Doom.
Oh, the new Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh right.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what I'm excited. It won't come
That's
out
true.
for years.
I'm excited about that one too. I admit. I
that
really
won't
fully
be
admit.
for,
I
like,
probably
years.
will buy it. I probably will play it.
I will play the bejesus out of it.
So there's that. The new Doom game, of course, being an FPS fan, I'm sort of geeked about.
Eh.
I'm geeked about it because I was a Doom fan. Like, first came Wolf 3D and then Doom.
I remember
Doom
my
was like
brother
the big
playing
hit.
Doom,
So,
and it was too scary. I thought.
oh, I played Doom. That was another one obsessively. If we can go back to that one, I played Doom obsessively. Really, I did. And coded it and designed levels for it and did new textures for it and modded it. And it was just, I mean, I just hours of my
worshipped
life.
the game.
Hours of my life into both Wolfenstein and Doom.
It was
id
like,
Software should just pay me now. Let's see. What is the most challenging game you've ever played?
I don't know. I don't usually, like, if I feel like I can't beat something, then I usually just give up and go play something else. Like, I remember Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider. I think we were talking about this. It was so hard.
Yes.
It was so hard. We usually ended up just playing in the mansion. There was that, like, bonus thing where you could just hang out in Laura's mansion. And that's usually what we ended up doing because just playing the game was so hard. You had to be so good with the combinations.
Yes. And it was landing the jumps in that one. Landing the jumps, grabbing on at the right time. It was so often you would just jump off the cliff. You'd take forever parkouring up to where you need to be, and then you just run right off the ledge.
Yep. I remember a lot of screaming happened during that game and yelling at the TV.
So I do remember that one. It wasn't, I don't think, my most challenging game. My most challenging game was back on the NES. You know, the NES's legendary difficulty, right? Oh my god, the zombie's falling down here. I'm being mobbed.
I must be so far away from spawn at this point.
This is the third tunnel I've done now.
I'm still going down my first one.
The hardest game was for the NES. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original, not the arcade. It was so difficult. There's this level with like this seaweed that's electrocuted. It's so stupid and it's so difficult.
Oh, was it that under this? No, I remember playing that, and there was a sewer part.
Yeah.
I played that game. I remember that. That was a really hard level.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
You had to
electrified.
dismantle the bombs. That's what you had to do.
Yes, I remember
and
that.
You had to dismantle like 13 bombs in a level. Okay, I'm just going to set up the scene for people so they understand. You had to disable 13 bombs that are spread around a labyrinthian level.
And around the edges of the labyrinth.
The labyrinth is made of evil kelp seaweed that electrocutes you when you touch it.
Yes, I remember that.
And there's a timer.
Yep. So, like, you have to move as efficiently as possible to get all of these bombs within the timer without getting electrified. And there's no room to hesitate or anything. You just have to go and get it done or start from the beginning.
Yep.
I remember that level.
Yep. And you only have 4 lives. And then you have to start the whole game over.
Yes. Ninja Turtles were really big in my house, too, so I remember that game.
So that game, needless to say, was one of the most difficult games that I ever played. So the second question, well, not the second total, but the one that joins that one is, what's the easiest game you ever played? I'd say that question is kind of broad because there's so many like indie games now that are
like
really,
that
really,
Evo
really...
Land, the Evo Land, I really hoped was going to be like way more developed, where you start from like basic video games,
yep.
and then you just suddenly it goes too fast, and then
very
you just
quick game.
You don't have time to enjoy the different levels and the different.
A lot of the story-based video games are also very, I would say, easy, but they're not meant to be hard. They're just meant to be like
interactive stories.
Interactive, and you learn something about yourself.
I remember Parappa the Rappa.
Parappa the Rappa, yes, exactly.
Parappa the Rappa, kick, punch, it's all in the mind. We used to actually sing that in my house. I probably could start it, and my brother could probably finish it too.
Parappa the Rappa was very big for a little while. Like, it was almost like a one-hit wonder.
They tried to make a second one, but nobody...
They did, and I was just about to mention that. Like, they made a second one.
And it wasn't that good.
And I don't even remember anybody ever talking about the second one. Oh, well.
Buster Groove, too. That was a game that was really easy for me because I'm really good with games that are set to music and you have to, like, hit buttons to a beat.
Well, my answer to the question is that all games are easy for me because I'm a pro gamer.
Total pro. nice. He's good
I
at
haven't
hacks.
found a hard one yet. Except for the
What?
TMNT game. Oh my god.
That you rage at.
Yes. I still to this day. Actually, the first game I ever beat, which isn't one of the questions, but first game I ever beat was so embarrassing. The Little Mermaid.
I'm sorry.
It was
Very manly
Little
of you.
Mermaid. Like I said, it's very embarrassing, but I own it. I own up to it, is what I mean. I don't mind admitting that The Little Mermaid was the first game I ever beat. It was genuinely a fun game. I enjoyed playing it, and I enjoyed beating it. It wasn't very hard. I guess I assume the target audience was
Little kids.
little girls. Maybe they thought that little girls, couldn't play video games or just wouldn't have the... Like this, you gotta admit, was the time in video games where...
Girls didn't play video games, really.
Right, and even the target audience, like they were completely 100% sure was only boys. So they were only marketed for boys. When you finally had a girl video game, they made it like super easy. I don't know why. That's just the way that it was.
I remember how excited I was that you could play Peach and Daisy in Mario, Super Mario World.
2.
Yeah, Mario 2.
Yeah. So anyway, that was the first game I ever beat. It was a very easy game too for the NES. Which is why that came up. Let me see. Do you prefer playing solo games or multiplayer games?
See, it depends on the game. I like playing multiplayer. I like playing games with people. It's really like sort of an addiction to me, and Lily's sort of the same way, I've noticed. She likes playing with people to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy the same thing about it too. I like the ability because I'm very shy in
When
real
you
life.
have to tell her that, other people don't realize how old you are.
Exactly. But I mean, it's just I'm really shy in real life, and I remember when I started playing video games, and it was like I could talk to people finally, and I wasn't so quiet and insecure. And
Hashtag Second Life.
pretty much, I could like open up and feel really comfortable talking finally, and
Yep.
that's why I liked MMOs. But I do. It's funny because as much as I love that, hey, Diamond, I missed. As much as I love that, I will tend to go solo in MMOs because I cannot stand grouping with people.
Yeah, I'm actually very much the same way. Very, very much the same way. Like, I love Minecraft. Like, what we're doing right now is a multiplayer experience. I love it. As far as, like, an MMO goes,
I hate questing
like,
with
I want to be
people.
the highest level. I'm
I
very,
don't even
very,
care.
very, very competitive.
I know you are.
And I know you've probably seen Sword Art Online.
Yes.
How the main character there, I don't know what his name is anymore.
I can't remember.
But he goes off basically soloing, and everybody's like, you need to be multiplayer. No solo characters that high level. And like, I would be that. I would try my hardest to do solo, the whole MMO, even if it was impossible.
I know.
Like that's just how I enjoy playing them.
My thing is that every time I tend to group with people, they'll do something stupid and get me killed,
yes.
and then I have to repeat things, and I don't like to repeat myself.
I hear that from League of Legends players often.
I hate
I guess
pugs.
World of Warcraft and all that.
Yeah, because you go into the pug and then you get that one stupid person who doesn't know how to do their job, or that one healer that's trying to do damage, and you're like, healers don't do damage. You heal. That is your job.
But I'm a battle cleric.
Yeah, it's like no.
Yes.
Like when we used to play City of Heroes, I was a healer, and I was 100% a healer. I would not try to do damage or anything. Right. My job was to heal. I healed.
Mm-hmm.
And you get these healers in there that are trying to do damage, and it's like, no, dude. You're like,
exactly. I know what you mean. And people like that can be frustrating. It can take away from the experience. And the problem is, like, sometimes when I'm that guy, and sometimes it's on purpose. I mean, it's just, I don't know. A game should be fun either way. If you're getting upset about it, it's probably you've been playing it for too long right now.
Yeah.
Take a break, come back to it, or get a dedicated group of people who have the same tastes.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, that's why most often times when I'm in a MMO, I quest by myself. Unless I come into a quest where I need to have help, I will do it myself.
Mm-hmm. And this is the last question that I've got. I did answer that one, right? I generally prefer solo. except for multiplayer experiences like this one where we can all play as a group. Games like White Noise are super fun multiplayer, or Left 4 Dead, or Team Fortress 2. You know, games that are strictly multiplayer I really enjoy, but if I have the option, I'll generally do solo. Like right now, I just bought Elite Dangerous, a big MMO Starship game, and it's an MMO that you can interact with other people, and even voice chat is enabled by default. I disabled it. I don't want to talk to other people.
I just
want to be a Starship captain on my own. So that's kind of how I play those kinds of games. Last question is, if there was a video game based on your life,
Oh God.
what would it be called? And what type of game would it be?
Extreme Hermit.
Build a hermit house.
How
Live
you
in
two
the
can
dirt.
play video games and never go outside.
My real life game does exist. It's called like Fast Food Simulator. And you just eat fast food. No. I don't go for that much fast food actually, but
No, you get takeout.
I don't know. I think if I were to have a game based on my life, if I had any input on what it was called, it would have a crazy long, ridiculous name with the words power, mega, ultra, extreme, excite bite.
But your life is that exciting? Power, mega, ultra.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course it is. What are you saying?
Nothing.
My life is the most exciting. Yes, I would call it that, and it would be probably a turn-based RPG. In fact, if there's any RPG Maker fans out there, just whip up some game, put my name on it. I will stamp it with my approval.
I would play it on my channel.
I would play it too.
I would play the Poet plays Super Tiger Ultra RPG.
Yeah. Lightning Tiger Ultra.
RPG.
Fierceness Battle Extreme.
Life Simulator.
Code Red Edition. Yep.
Mine would probably be a simulation. One of those simulator games.
A sim game.
A sim game.
The Sims.
Yeah, basically where you try to balance going to work.
Oh.
Making YouTube videos and raising kids.
Right. There was a game in the 90s called Jones. Did you ever play this?
No.
Jones Life in the Fast Lane, I think it was called.
No.
And it was the first sim like that where you had to manage a job. You could get different jobs working at different places. You had to work your way up in life, buy groceries every week.
Yeah,
like it was one of the first games like that.
That would be my game. Wyntr balances everything.
Yep. What was the name of it?
Wyntr balances everything.
WyntrBalanceSEverything.com. Watch as I balance a table on my nose.
No, it'd just be like balancing, like
The
keeping your
checkbook.
sanity level in a tolerable level.
Wyntr plays Excel spreadsheets.
While going to work and answering phones and doing IT stuff, and then coming home and trying to make dinner.
Yeah, so basically The Sims.
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, but you have a sanity level.
In my game, I want to have a pet dragon.
I want a pet unicorn. But I don't.
Because that's just realism.
If my sanity level gets too high or too low, then I suddenly see a unicorn everywhere. Wyntr snaps.
Yeah.
It starts drooling in a room.
Yeah. That's not the game she's talking about.
That's real life.
Yeah. When things get too stressful, she sees unicorns. It's a problem. We know.
Glitter.
She throws glitter in people's faces.
I'm addicted to glitter. I go
It
to
says magic.
magic.